Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, so let's jump in. Why did Ryan write this book? Ryan is actually a really interesting guy. He achieved a great amount of success at a very young age. At 19 he dropped out of college, at 21 he became the strategist for American Apparel and soon after became their director of marketing, and at 25 he published his first book which quickly became a bestseller. And this all sounds amazing, right? And it is amazing, of course, but it isn't the full picture. Ryan goes on to explain that despite the success, he found himself stressed, overworked, and he eventually came to realise that he is a workaholic. This is why Ryan wrote Ego is the Enemy. During the ups and downs in his life, he wished he had had a book which could have helped to tame his ego, because the ego is often the biggest obstacle that you need to overcome. Ego in this book is defined as an unhealthy belief in our own importance, arrogance, self-centered ambition. This book teaches us how to keep the ego in check in order to achieve success, whatever success means for you. So here are my favourite lessons from the book. Number 1. Always stay a student. This book is influenced heavily by Stoic philosophy, and the Stoics believe that you should never stop learning. The Greek Stoic philosopher and teacher Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a person to begin to learn what he thinks he already knows." And as a teacher, Epictetus saw that although many of his students claimed to seek learning, they secretly believed that they knew everything which they needed to know. This is one of the many flaws that our ego can burden us with. The belief that we already know everything that we need to know leads to intellectual stagnation. This is why successful people are known for reading books. They value the importance of continual learning. Lesson 2. Talk less, think less, do more. Your ego screams for people to acknowledge you, but you must do nothing. Take it, eat it until you're sick, endure it, quietly brush it off and work harder. Play the game, ignore the noise. For the love of God, do not let it distract you. Nowadays, people love to talk, and silence can be hard to come by. This is because the ego, as the above quote highlights, your ego wants to be soothed, it wants to be satisfied. I experience this all the time. Even if I only do one tiny little good deed, I can feel my ego wanting to shout from the rooftops. But all this does is distract you from actually doing the things that you should be doing in order to achieve your goals. Thinking too much is a distraction too. This is sometimes known as analysis paralysis. It is when you overthink about something to the point that you end up taking no action whatsoever. I often find myself spending far too much time researching the best workout routine, when really all I'm doing is distracting myself from actually going to the gym. Another way that your ego gets in the way can be seen in the psychological concept named imaginary audience. You've probably experienced this yourself. Have you ever done something clumsy, like spill food down your shirt, and then you get the feeling that everyone in the room is focusing their attention on you, when in reality everyone is just going on with their own lives? This reminds me of a great Eleanor Roosevelt quote. "You wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realised how seldom they do." The reason you feel like there is an imaginary audience watching you is again because of your ego. Your ego thrives on this feeling, despite the fact that it causes you paranoia and upset. So, remember the insightful words of Eleanor Roosevelt and try not to worry so much. Lesson number 3. Don't lose your path. Do you know what the word euphemia means? Good, because I didn't either. It's a Greek word which Seneca used in his essay on tranquility. He defines euphemia as believing in yourself and trusting that you're on the right path, and not being in doubt by following the myriad footpaths of those wandering in every direction. Even if you don't know what you want to do with your life, you will still find yourself on certain paths which you know are intrinsically important. For example, you know deep down inside of you that it is important to love the people around you. Your ego, however, might try and knock you off this path from time to time. Your ego might compel you to screw the needs of others, or screw the needs of your future self, and to focus only on what will benefit you right now. This is of course impulsive and selfish behaviour. This is why the word euphemia is so crucial. You need to instill in yourself the belief that you're on the right path, as this will ground you and prevent your ego from obstructing your course. And the final lesson, number 5, always love. If someone wrongs you, it is easy to hate that person. When you feel hatred, it is your ego poking its unhelpful little head up. It wants to seek revenge, and in doing so, it distracts you from doing the work which will move you closer to achieving your goals. So, Instead of falling into this ego trap, always choose to love. This is the hard choice, but it is the right choice. It isn't even always easy to love the people that you like, let alone the people that you dislike, but love will propel you forward. It will open the doors to positivity and productivity. Love is the death of the ego, so stay on the right path and always choose love. And that's all from me, guys. I hope you found this interesting. I'll leave links below so that you can find out more about the book and the author, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.